Hi, my name is Esperanza, and I am with Soltera Creative, a channel that is all about my original artwork and all things artsy. I am now on my second video, and I wanted to show you this pretty neat piece. I called her Mars. I just thought it was a beautiful name, and if I ever have children, I would love to name one of my kids Mars. Actually, on second thought, maybe that's not a good name. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Anyways, I was painting this. I think okay, I don't even know words. I think one of the biggest things for me when I paint myself, it usually means that I am not understanding who I'm seeing in the mirror. And I've talked about this before, and a way to ground myself is to paint myself in a way that I find beautiful. But as I'm growing older and discovering more about myself, I've recognized that some of this is also tied to not necessarily an identity crisis, but more so a version of myself. And in this particular version, I was seeing kind of like this distance from other people. Like I felt like I was not a part of a community in particular. During this time, of course, it's when a lot of things about Bruja Co., my previous business, it's still my business, but it just looks different, was about to go through a tremendous change. At the time I didn't know that, but I just felt like I wasn't fitting in anywhere. And, you think that this problem kind of just ends in high school, and it's like, no, the older you get, like, sometimes you just find yourself in these communities that just don't align with you anymore. Like, they aligned with you for like half a second, and it was great when that happened. But for me in particular, I don't know if this is an experience that anybody else has, but I mean, story time. Drop it in the comments. Love to hear it. But I just feel like I was become a stranger in like the music community and the art community, and I just had no real connection to anybody else. And it shifted the expectations that I think I was holding for myself because of both societal expectations and just like within those communities that I was a part of, like their expectations of me. And on top of that, just to add this other layer, while being employed, it's like the expectation that you're just supposed to pretend that you're okay all the time, even though we endured and have been enduring a global pandemic alongside many tragedies. And people are just expecting you to be okay. And I'm not. Like, I haven't been. And I have been struggling. And I know a lot of people are. And I think for me in particular, I've just felt so estranged by people who I thought would be in my life forever, and people who I hadn't contacted or connected with in a long time. And it just made me feel like an alien, literally. And I think in this piece, like, there's nothing more, nothing less about that. I went with the green skin because that's how we depict aliens, and I wanted to give this little, I guess kind of, homage? Is that the right word? I don't know. We're going to go with homage, though, because I'm not about to go pull up a thesaurus. Homage to just those posters, those like 70s posters, or that you would see of like old movies, and they would be like on linoleum plate, like to a paper. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Don't question it. I mean, question it. Please let me know what it is. Anyways, but like I was thinking of one of those like old movie posters that just depicted an alien like invading, or the other way, like just being misunderstood, right? Like we don't fully understand what we don't know, and so we fear it and we tend to attack it. Not saying that anybody attacked me, but sometimes it feels that way. It could be my own brain. It could be my own self making up these things, these scenarios, without actually knowing the full story. And that is kind of life with anxiety and depression. It's like sometimes you have to navigate these feelings and kind of fight your own self. But yeah, I didn't really have a story for this one. It's just like the feeling of being far and being away and not really being able to connect with people, and just feeling like you're endlessly going and going and going. I'm okay, just so y'all know. I'm totally fine. It's just, sometimes we go through these cycles in life where things aren't 100%, and you have to deal with them, right? I think it's important to just be able to openly talk about it, because I know many of you are dealing with stuff like this or have been dealing with stuff like this. And I just wanted to like say, hey, it happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. It's a common human experience. And the only thing that we can do is be kind to each other. I wasn't expecting this piece to really bring out these feelings, but I think it was appropriate. But this is the finished product. This is Mars. So pretty. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.